Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Talk. I'm Charlie Caps, and right across the table, we have Little Ant and Big Ant, and of course, the Backbone. Week 1 for New York football was absolute carnage. Giants get absolutely humiliated in the home opener against the Cowboys, and the Jets with an absolute nightmare and an instant classic with Zach Wilson as QB1. You heard me correct. I said Zach Wilson as QB1, and we're here to talk about it. But please make sure you like, review, subscribe on all platforms. That helps us keep the lights on. What's up, fellas? How you feeling after the massacre?
What a weekend of football.
Unbelievable that you literally Hollywood couldn't have wrote up the script.
100%.
It's
crazy.
Absolutely insane. I can't even I can't even wrap my head around what just went down.
What I tell you about that Giants game?
Yeah, you did.
I told you that the Giant fans don't show up.
And
you were right.
Yeah, we did show up.
I felt there was Cowboy fans in front of me, behind me, to the right of me, to the left.
We had the crowd we did a blue out. We did a blue out for them. We wore blue. They got us all pumped up. We got there. The crowd was with us. We went in there for one drive, and we were taken away. We showed up. The team didn't.
They did not show up. I don't know.
Show up.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into this. So, what happened? What went wrong?
This is what confuses me, right? Training camp starts end of July, middle of July, end of July. The team shows up, right? You had from the end of July to September 10th to prepare for one team, and they did not show up. What did they do from the end of July to September 10th? Like, I'm just so confused. Like, what happened from July, whenever they reported, to September 10th? I want to know what actually happened. Because they did not show up. They
didn't show up.
Not one aspect of the Giants showed up. Not the offense, not the defense, not the special teams, and not the coaches.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm going to give a positive spin on that. They can make adjustments in every area.
We're only
because
going
they
up.
all didn't show up.
No.
The game changed on the offsides by Andrew Thomas. 3rd and 2, they were going to go for a pass. Andrew Thomas went offsides. That was 3rd and 7 at offsides. Literally was the catalyst of the destruction of the New York Giants. That's what happened.
Well,
it happened
what
right
about
after that.
the special? What about the block field goal?
It happened after that. Everything happened after the offsides.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just like I'm just frustrated because like now you got to paint the picture, right? Paint the picture. The New York Giants, they did what they did last year. 9-7-1, came out of nowhere, made the playoffs. We all love Dayball. Week 1 goes for 2 to win the game against the Titans. Dayballs, right? We all love. We had a honeymoon stage with Dayballs.
Mm-hmm.
If that season never happened last year, right? Last year never happened, right? Wash last year away. First game of under Dayball's coaching was that game against the Cowboys. He would be ran out of New York right now.
Wow.
He would be ran out of New York right now.
If that was his first coaching game.
If that was his first coaching game, he would be ran out of New York right now.
I like it. I like the loss. Want to see how crazy I am? I love the loss because now you're going to see the team step up. Either they got to show who they are as a team or they're done. But this week, you got to see the team show up. That was a very humiliating, we were sitting in the rain, me and him.
Yeah.
In the rain, in the drenching rain, through that with Cowboy fans, like you said, all around.
We're the only Giant fan, and then the guy next to us to the left.
Nuts.
We were high five.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was in Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm hearing defense when they're on defense. It was ridiculous. I don't know what the hell
we
goes on.
had the crowd for the first drive. We would have done it. We were actually more verbal. He's 100%. We sat in the freaking rain.
Well, verbal. After the first play of the game, Danny Jones gets his head knocked off. There's a guy screaming in front of him. I thought this is football. Yeah. This isn't 2002 anymore, buddy. This isn't 2002 anymore. This is 2023. You cannot do that. And then I hear this guy screaming, I thought this is football. I wanted to rip the guy out of the seat.
Yeah, but the real problem was Anthony couldn't get in with his ticket. Yeah, he couldn't download his
God.
ticket.
Oh, it started.
He got into a bullpen area.
Oh
he
my
flipped out
God.
on
I got
security.
the cops came over
the
to me
cops
right from the
came.
jump.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
first off, we knew the night was gonna go to shit right off the jump
Right off
because
the- yeah.
Bozo over here.
Don't call him Bozo, man. I did it by mistake.
He forgets to send me
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tickets.
yeah, true.
At MetLife Stadium,
True.
there's no service.
True.
So
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get the tickets
Yeah, yeah.
before you pull up
Yeah.
5 minutes to MetLife, you're not getting in.
Right.
So he sends me the tickets at the stadium.
Yeah, true.
I can't get them on my
Get him
phone.
off the phone. Yeah.
Right?
Horrible.
So now I'm waiting online. Pouring
Pouring
rain.
rain.
I have my phone. I'm trying to get service, trying to get the tickets. Can't get the tickets. I
love
finally
it.
get up to the
Yeah.
guy with the ticket in front.
Yeah.
And he was like, "There's no barcode." I was like, "I know there's no barcode
Yeah, he
because I don't
got
have the
mad.
ticket on my phone."
got mad.
So the guy's like, "Well, I can't let you in." I go, "No. I'm a season ticket holder. I have these tickets. I'm here every year, opening day every year. You're not letting me not get in. It's 8:05. Kickoffs at 8:20.
Yeah.
This guy's like, "Sorry, you got to go
They
over
put him in
here."
a bullpen
They put me in
area.
a different line.
Yeah, the bullpen
So now I'm
area.
waiting on a different line
Yeah.
to get my tickets. It's not going. I'm flipping out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not waiting.
You couldn't just show your phone with his ticket?
I couldn't do it because he transferred the ticket to him. He took it. He accepted
yeah,
it. I couldn't
something
get it
happened.
done.
I don't know.
I
But
couldn't
I'm
do it.
flipping out. The cops come over like, relax. You're gonna
Oh,
get in.
man.
Relax. I'm like, I don't got time to relax.
Yeah, it was
I was like,
bad.
the game's starting in 10
It was
minutes.
bad.
It was bad.
So
Bro,
that
it was
really
bad.
set the precedent.
Yeah.
I will make a statement to him that I have to bring up, and my cousin brought it up. It's that Met hat, and that Met hat should have nowhere near the stadium. He wears it
Why?
all the time. It's a negative hat.
I wore
It's a
it last
bad luck
year.
hat. I don't give a shit. Leave the Met hat at home if you're going to come to the Giants.
Well,
That's
Stadium.
his
Why not?
tattoo, though.
I don't
Yeah,
care. I
that's
hate
like
it.
his
I hate
tattoo.
it. I'm
trademark.
going to take his tattoo off. I'm going to throw it. I'm going to burn his tattoo.
That's stupid.
I hate that hat.
It is what it is.
So that was the
Oh,
experience
yeah.
to start the
Ju-
night.
Right off the jump. Bad experience
He
right
was
off the
so
jump.
mad.
Oh
I was,
my God.
he was getting so out of control, even for me to say it. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah, he was like, you're not. They're not gonna let you in. I'm like, I don't care. I'll storm the gate. I was flipping out. I was bad because
was
I
bad.
need to be in my seat.
So
I'm
that,
like the
so that
weirdo
set
like
the,
that.
guys, I'm going to tell you right now, sorry for that. We take responsibility for the Giant loss by making that debacle happen. We set the tone the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Well, I'll tell you this. I heard one person tell me, he was like, well, he's like, you ever been to a Yankee Met game? He's like, because that's what it felt like. He said, I felt like I was at a two home, like it was Giants Jets. Like he felt like he was at a home game for the Giants,
Right.
but there was still
Well, the
a
delusional
million Met
Cowboy
fans.
fans, they always think they're
Yeah.
going to win, so it doesn't really matter.
And they were there, and they
were there.
won.
Hey,
they
listen,
didn't
they
just
killed
win.
us.
They gave us the most humiliating loss in my lifetime.
I've never seen that.
In my
No,
lifetime,
not
and
like
if
that.
you're saying that, you
I've
got a couple
never-
years
No,
on
not
us.
like that. Never. I never in a million years thought that we would get demolished like that.
Right, we
Yeah,
got
40
not
nothing.
like that. Listen.
I think we're the only team in the league that
that
didn't
had
score a
scored.
point.
But what I said last episode, I said if Evan Neal doesn't show up, we
Yeah,
will
we'll get into
not
Neal. We'll get
win
into
the
Neal.
game. We will not win the game.
Yeah. Do you think he's a bust? Are you just throwing that out?
I think Evan Neal isn't a right tackle. I don't think he's a right tackle. Maybe start him over to right guard, but he's not a right tackle. You're literally seeing it. He can't do it. He literally can't do it. It doesn't matter who they lined up, the Cowboys on that side. It did not matter. They just went around them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that you have a guy, Mark Lewinsky, who is playing right guard, he got a 1 rating in Pro Football Focus, a 1.
Yeah, they look pretty bad.
If you have a 1 rating in Pro Football Focus and you're lined up,
Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, the Giants, they kind of gave the game to the Cowboys too. And you know what? They made 20 points on turnovers. Dak Prescott didn't light us up. Listen, they outplayed us. I'm gonna give the Cowboys. Hey, listen, Cowboy fans, you guys are the best team in football. I guarantee it. It wasn't gonna happen. You're gonna lose anyway. But I'll give you guys credit. They killed us. I can't say a word about it. We were killed. But we did blow the game. We made mental errors on every part of the football field.
we did.
From offense, defense, and special
coaching.
teams. Coaching wasn't there.
how do you go, right? The first drive of the game. That was the best drive of the game.
Yeah.
And what did we do the first drive of the game? We ran
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ball
we stopped.
and we ran it good.
Yeah, yeah.
All of a sudden, after we get the black field goal, they run it back, score. We're all of a sudden we're down 6-0 because he missed the extra point. They got away from the running game, which I don't understand. Maybe because Andrew Thomas got hurt, because he did get hurt trying
he
to
got
run
hurt
and tackle the guy.
yeah.
And maybe that is what snowballed this offensive line to be as bad as they were. But no excuses.
I like the
don't
loss.
understand.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see the very positive spin by Anthony Antico here. I like the loss. I believe it motivates this team. Daboll's a kind of a crafty guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it looked like it was a big breakdown. Now, I don't know if everybody humble pie or not, but that team is going to be motivated going to the Cardinals.
The one flaw on Daboll that game, why are you having Danny Jones in that game when it's 30-0?
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas is out of the game, and you have Danny Jones getting hit after hit after hit, getting killed. Why? What are you trying to prove?
Still calling
I
plays for him to run on the. It just,
what are you trying to prove?
Dable, I tell you what my opinion
he was
is.
like punishing him.
That's what it felt like.
It felt like he was
It was
punishing him.
weird.
It's like by accident they picked up the Joe Judge playbook. Like they forgot about Dable and they went back to the Joe Judge era. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like they didn't want to play for the coach.
It was weird.
It looked like they didn't want to play for the coach, which is a very weird thing to do
After
from
last
Dable.
season, after what we've
Everybody
seen
bought
from
in.
last week.
So it's very confusing. I don't have an answer here, but I like it.
Even the defensive line looked horrible. Kayvon didn't get a hit. Dexter Lawrence was the only bright side, and Deontay Banks.
The blowout is
That
going to
was it.
work to our advantage. Trust me on
But
this
the
one.
only problem
blowout
is
will be good
now
for us.
is after that game, right?
Yeah.
It hasn't come out yet, but it's looking like Andrew Thomas isn't playing Sunday, which is not good. Because what's happening is we play the 49ers Thursday, so we have a short week.
Oh, wow.
So Andrew Thomas against the Cardinals is going to be out. I'm breaking the news right now. I'm letting everyone know Andrew Thomas will not be playing
Inside
Sunday.
information from
This is inside information.
Little Lance.
Andrew Thomas will not be playing Sunday. And now the problem is, you know who Andrew Thomas's backup is? Matt Pert.
No, I did.
Yeah, number 74.
Another
yeah,
guy
you
in
know
a
what
blue-
the problem
another
is?
guy in a blue
Yeah,
jersey.
another guy in a blue jersey. That's hurt. He got hurt too, so he's not playing either. The New York Giants don't have a left
should beat the
tackle.
Cardinals.
The New York Giants don't have a left tackle lined up on Sunday. I know you said we should beat the Cardinals, but when you don't have an offensive line,
Which
you
we've
don't
been,
beat
which we've
anybody.
been talking about. Like,
Don't have
so
an offensive
much.
line, you don't beat anybody.
I don't.
We've been talking about the O-line for years. I've
Yeah.
been saying it
Oh, yeah.
forever. Like, it's just we never have a good O-line.
No.
And it
did.
looked like he ran out the exact same playbook as he did last year. It's just like he made no changes. And it was what last week on the episode, I was like, I want to come out and control the game. We didn't control shit.
No. Well,
We didn't control
did.
it.
We started to control
first
it.
drive.
Yeah.
The
And then
first
and then all of a sudden, snap of a finger, block field goal, control over. But now, this is a question that I brought it up in my Giants chat. I have a group chat with like 5 of my friends that are Giant fans.
That's cool. You in that? I'm not in that.
They were miserable. They were miserable.
We're not as friends.
I guess not. I guess we're not just Giants
No.
fans.
Father.
That's
So
cool.
this is a question I brought up, right?
Yeah, right.
Who getting your ass kicked 40-0 is never acceptable. Never acceptable. 40-0. It's never acceptable. Who gets more of the blame? Is it the coaching? Right? Does the coaching get most of the blame? Because they obviously they weren't prepared. You had from July to September 10th
Well,
to prepare.
go ahead.
You had from July to September 10th to prepare, right? Is it coaching? Is it the guys that are creating the talent? Is it the talent on the field? Because you can't tell me that Mark Lewinsky and Evan Neal are this bad. It didn't matter who was lined up against Mark Lewinsky. It didn't matter who was lined up against Evan Neal. They got destroyed. It did not matter. Or is it the guy that is creating the roster, Joe Shane? Which I love Joe Shane. But after last year, after that game against the Eagles, we got slaughtered by the Eagles in the playoffs.
We got better. We were supposed to. We got better,
right?
Quote unquote.
Better. After that game against the Eagles, after the game, you already knew what was your problem. Your offensive line was a problem, right? So what you go out and do? Nothing. You drafted John Michael Schmitz. Good. I like him. He did not do bad last game, but he's a rookie. He's a center.
How many rookies are you going to put out there?
Yeah, but where is the blame going?
Let me tell you something on this. In this case, it was a fun. So Brian Dable and the coaching staff planned for A, and the Cowboys gave them Z, Y, and X. They did not.
Z, Y, and X.
They got outmaneuvered. They got outplanned. They got outcoached. They were not prepared for the Cowboys.
It's not that they weren't. It's not even that they weren't prepared because the Cowboys' offense didn't look spectacular. It wasn't that they weren't prepared. The
And they
Giants
lost 40-0.
They lost 40. They lost
They
40
scored
nothing.
40
But
points
they
on us.
scored 40 points because of how many turnovers did we have? How many special teams?
Let me make a point. It's also, there was a lot of hype around the Giants this year. These are young kids. These kids get heavy on the head. They think they're better than they are, and things happen to those kids.
Yeah.
That's what's going on there.
But when you're an offensive line,
It's a letdown.
that you're not picking up simple stunts. Like all they did, they put Micah Parsons on the right side. He crisscrossed once. All of a sudden, he's wide open. When you're not picking up simple stunts, which is an easy. That's when your right guard. He goes, oh, Micah Parsons coming to your side. You pick him up. I get this guy. They're not communicating.
Tell them what time you left the game, man. What time you leave the game?
Right at halftime.
How about
You left
that?
at
We left
halftime.
never in our lifetime. We left at halftime. That's how bad it was.
Holy shit.
It was so bad.
We had to.
In the rain,
It was
in the rain, soaking wet,
Yeah.
disgusting. They didn't show up. There was nothing. I couldn't see anything that was going to change. And it was like, you know what? We got to get out of here.
There
We
was
got to go.
a Cowboy
Imagine
fan.
that.
No, I can't,
A girl
actually.
Cowboy
Oh,
fan
God.
sitting next to me.
She was horrible.
That was
Horrible.
She was did like witchcraft or something.
Yeah,
the way she was talking, and she every time CeeDee Lamb was on the field. CeeDee.
Yeah.
That's how her voice.
Run
around, CeeDee.
Yeah.
I wanted I listen. I'm not
I don't know how
an
he did it.
angry
He
guy.
did.
Yeah.
I bit
was
my
torture
tongue
for- it was
so
torture for
many
him.
times.
I like
So
that.
many times, bro.
Yeah, he did.
We got it. We got jerked. We got fucked. We got.
I'm
you
so
name
happy,
it. You
but
name
I
it.
love it.
It
Everybody
happened
came
to
at
us.
me, Charles. Everybody came at me.
Yeah.
I talk a big game. I'm going to say it again. Cowboy fans, you're delusional. I don't care what you beat us by. You're still going to lose. Your book is written just like the Jet book is written. I'm not worried about that. We got handed humble pie in our own stadium. We were pumped up. We were overconfident. The team was overconfident, and they got their asses handed to them. End of the story. That's it.
All right. So with all that being said, we have Arizona next week. Where the hell do you start? When practice started today, where the hell did they start?
offensive line.
Like, where do you start? And who are you bringing? Can you bring people from the practice squad? What the?
I think that, and if they were smart, I truly believe that they would move Evan Neal from right tackle to right guard.
Yeah,
You would put that's not gonna happen. That's a drastic change, right? Because you drafted Evan Neal with the 7th pick, whatever it was, top 10 pick. We'll say it that to play right tackle for the next 10 years, right? So to move him from right tackle to right guard, that's drastic. What isn't drastic is taking Ben Brunson, who is our left guard, who arguably did the best out of everybody on the line last week. You have to move him to right guard. You have to. You got to switch up Mark Lewinsky and Evan Neal. They cannot play on the same side. You literally watch what happened. They cannot. You can't do it. That right side has to get a shakeup. So you got to put Ben Brunson to the right guard. You got to put in the left guard position. It would be that guy is Ezekiel, whatever his name's, from North Carolina. He was a rookie last year. He's pretty good. They had high hopes on him, but for him to lose the starting position, for him to not beat up Mark Lewinsky at right guard, he can't be that good. This kid, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Do you think they even watched the tape? Or do you think they literally just take that one and throw it away?
No, they have to watch that tape.
Even for the guys, even for the
Oh
players.
my God, you have as an
I
offensive
don't know.
lineman.
I don't know. I think if I'm the coach, I might take that one and toss it.
No, you have to. How do you get better?
It's obvious how
they
you get
wa-
better. It's
yeah.
only up.
Well,
Get-
you got to
get
be,
him
you gotta
get
be
him
angry. You got listen as a
firing
player.
the
The
offensive
player has to
lineman.
be angry. People have to have pride in what they're doing. They again, they didn't show up. I don't mind the blowout. Again, I'm going to keep on saying it. I like the blowout because now they got to eat humble pie. They got to show up against Arizona. Listen, they got to fix their problems, and if they don't,
They gotta fix them now.
We're going to lose.
Yeah.
We're going to be in a real bad situation.
They gotta fix them now.
So this is a critical game. Week 2, critical game already for the Giants.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's it.
This
Offensive
is a
line.
blowout.
It's the only
This
way.
is a blowout.
It was just a weekend that you just one thing after another. It was on when all day long. Did you guys did you have a chance to check out that YouTube TV?
No, we don't have it.
So the Backbone has the YouTube TV. Crazy experience. Literally could watch
everything?
4 big game. Not talking little boxes. I'm talking 4 nice size boxes. Oh, it was
Like
amazing.
that. I love football.
The
season.
day's going on.
Love
I'm
it.
getting ready for the game, and then you get that. So it's just I fell asleep in the 4th. I fell right there on the couch. Out cold. And that's what they did. They literally put you to sleep. And when I came back to my consciousness and I realized that Dable was just running Danny Jones out there. We just paid this guy how much money? What is he thinking in that
I
moment?
don't know.
That's
Hold
what got me.
I'll never understand.
Could it ever be? You know, it's kind of
That's
weird
what got
because
me.
we know Dable does those Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah.
He couldn't have set up a game. Like I'm saying to myself,
What is he saying?
did he try to set them up to lose, like to use it against these guys? Is he that crazy?
that was
I know it's not possible.
But
Historically,
that's
the
how
worst
bad it looked.
game Giants
Ever.
Cowboys
It
ever.
looked like Dable gave the Cowboys a game plan. He said, "This is what we're going to do, guys. Here it is."
Yeah.
Right.
That's a problem. That's
what it looked like.
a problem. That's the coach. That's a problem with the coaching.
And the refs, some of the refs calls. I mean, I complain about all the time.
40 to nothing.
Betting,
It doesn't matter. 40 to nothing.
I can't say enough. The Cowboys, listen, man, the Giants beat themselves. End of the day. And I'm going to say it over and over again. We beat ourselves. We sucked in every aspect of the game. The Cowboys are not the greatest team. They're not a great team.
And that's a problem.
They're not a great
Then
team.
how do you lose to
Well,
not
we're
a
going to
great
get
team?
better.
40
We're
to
going to
nothing?
get better, Ant. We got to have confidence we're going to get better.
No,
They better get better, and they better get better now.
Yeah.
No,
They better get
I'm
better
definitely.
now.
I think that this is. I'm not
I'm
gonna.
not.
I'm not gonna overreact.
I'm not.
I'm
I
not
lost
gonna-
all. I lost everything.
No, I'm
that
not
game
gonna.
sucked
no,
everything
no,
out of me.
You can't overreact after
It
one
did.
game.
It did. I'm just telling you.
If Dable didn't do what he did last year,
Yeah.
and coached a team that was, let's face it, the team last year
Very competitive.
sucked.
Very
The team
competitive.
last year on paper sucked. He had guys that sucked play way over their heads.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overreact because I truly believe Daboll knows what he's doing. He did get out coached and out everything last Sunday. But listen, all the good ones lose. You know,
That's it.
he's never gonna.
I like
it.
it.
He's not gonna go 17-0 or
gonna go
18-0
crazy
now,
with
whatever
it.
it is. But
I like
yeah,
it.
you can't overreact after one game.
Love it.
If we do get if the offensive line looks as bad as it did against the Cowboys this week against the Cardinals, then you can
done.
overreact.
Yeah, you got a problem.
Because that Cardinals defensive line, I know they got at Sam Howell last week against the Commanders. But I mean, come on, man! Like we should, if we're supposed to be this playoff team, we got to be able to. Block
I just
for
couldn't
Daniel
believe
Jones.
you got 10 captains. Not one of them could have made a fucking play. Not one of them could have made a play.
Didn't one guy show up?
Dexter
Who
Lawrence.
played up? Yeah,
Dexter
Dexter
Lawrence
Lawrence.
showed up.
Right.
Deontay Banks showed up.
Danny Jones just gets all his money. You can't make one play.
I mean, he
I
was
was asking.
under
He was running
pressure
for his life.
67% of the time.
I understand that, but elite quarterbacks still can make that one
No,
play. In
no.
the worst
You
game.
could have put
I'm
Joe
sorry.
Montana, Patrick Mahomes. You could have put anybody behind that
I'm
line,
sorry.
and you're not winning that game.
I just
It was
really need to show me something next
probably
week.
the worst.
Really.
Probably the worst game.
Wasn't
Listen,
Danny
I've been going
Jones at
since
all.
'77. I
Yeah.
said that. Probably the worst game I've ever seen
Oh, yeah.
at the stadium in my lifetime.
sure. It's
crazy.
In my lifetime.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
That was bad.
I'm old now.
That was
old.
worse than the Eagles games last year.
Worse than everything.
Yeah, I think we're getting outscored. The last two games that the New York Football Giants suited up when the games matter, 78-7, and that's between the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Please don't forget, everybody, make sure you like, review, subscribe on all platforms, Talk Media, check it out. All right, let's keep this rolling on because what happened on Monday night to conclude week one of football.
Oh boy.
All right. With the ridiculous amount of mixed emotions with Rodgers running out of the tunnel with the American flag onto an NFL football stadium. I never thought I would see that day again, okay? Ran out with the flag onto an NFL football stadium on the anniversary of 9/11 to 20 minutes later, Aaron Rodgers is out for the season.
20 minutes.
3 hours later, they walk it off for a divisional win, an instant classic with Zach Wilson as the quarterback.
Well, let me kind of
Going
say,
forward.
Let me say this right now, Charles.
Before you
go
say
ahead.
that, I have a message from Mike from Bayonne,
Uh-oh.
who didn't want to come on the show,
Oh boy.
who was feeling it. He was in his feels today.
Seen a message.
Uh-oh.
Here he comes.
Absorb it. All your friends, all your family, all your coworkers texting and talking to you today about what happened last night. Not a single one of them understands truly what last night meant to us. The 15 to 20 plus years of pure torture at this position. To go and get a guy like that with a good, talented young team like this. To go and get his buddies. To go and get his OC. For him not to finish a single fucking drive with the team. You got shot in the stomach last night, Jeff fans. So absorb it. Be mad, be pissed, be hurt. And you already know what they're going to say. Jet's going to jet. Jet's doing jet things. Except it wasn't this time, and that's what kills us. We did everything right. We got the right guy. We surrounded him with a plethora of talent, and it still fucking happened to us. So how do you root for them anymore? How do you watch these games? For the next 16 weeks, I gotta watch Zach Wilson run backwards in the other direction as my defense gets better and better every week, but we'll still drop games 21-18, 15-12, because I can't fucking do it. Go punch someone.
Oh,
Yeah.
very angry. Let me explain something. I'll take a lead from him. That was the Jets being the Jets. It was the Jets jetting. Let me explain something to you. You paid Aaron Rodgers $75 million to run out with an American flag. That's what he got paid to do. $75 million.
It was a moment.
To run out with that American flag. It was one of the best moments in sports.
Uh-huh.
But that's all it was. $75 million. I couldn't have called that any better. And the Jets are being the Jets. They have the green dust. It's going to happen. He was on Hard Knocks. They tried to paint them as a normal human being, ran out with the American flag like Captain America, and he got shot down like a sniper hit him.
Quick.
Like a sniper.
Four
I think the
plays.
turf got him too.
Four plays.
Yeah, ball plays.
The turf, I could start ranting about the turf all day long because we always spoke about we wanted real grass and we don't. We just spend $75 million on a player. An old man.
Let's break it down. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
It took 4 plays in jet green and that shit green to ruin the Hall of Fame career of Aaron Rodgers. I can guarantee you what the Jet fans, he's not coming back. There ain't enough mushrooms for Aaron Rodgers to do. There's not enough acid for him to do to come back. He's not coming back. You're not going to see Aaron Rodgers. Move on. He's gone. End of the story for the Jets. No more Aaron Rodgers.
What's your feeling, Ant?
I can't say I'm shocked. I could say I'm shocked how quick it happened.
Of course.
But you're putting all your breads. Where everyone knows, I'm a Mets fan.
Yeah.
I've literally watched the New York Mets put all their eggs in one basket for 2 40-plus-year-old guys. And what did that get me?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
I'm not even going to see 75 wins for this team
Right.
this year. I knew my Uncle Robert told me this back in when I was a kid. The Mets will always Met and the Jets will always Jet.
Right, have to.
And it's the truth. It's the truth. I told my dad yesterday. I came downstairs. He was watching the game. I truly do feel horrible for Jet fans. I
did.
truly do.
Yeah.
I'm a Mets fan.
Okay.
I get it. You know, Met fans get. If you're a diehard Mets fan, you understand a diehard Jets fan. It's just like it's always something that can go wrong will go wrong. There's just a curse with those jerseys.
Somebody couldn't have wrote a better
team.
script. That was a script that you couldn't even imagine.
It's
But
just
guys,
horrible.
all right. I understand you want to attack the Jets, and I thought it was going to be my role to abuse the Jets this season on the pod. But since you came in, you're taking full advantage of the moment
Been watching
to
them
abuse
for
the
my
Jets,
life.
and you are correct. You know what I seen though on Monday night? I seen a great football team.
They're a good
No,
team.
they are.
I seen a
Very
great
good
football
team.
team.
They
and
were great last year, too.
I did see Allen give the Jets the game as well.
Yeah.
All right. We also
Yeah.
know, we also
No,
did
the
see
Jets
that.
took it.
All right. But when Mike says that they weren't jetting because they won the game at the end of the day.
That was not.
Yeah, but they
won the
Charles,
game at the end
Charles,
of the day.
they won the
did the
game.
same
There
things
was some
last
type
year.
of angel out there that made him run that back to win the game.
That's
at
what
the
I'm
end.
talking about. But you're not. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Like, you have to now put the ball in Zach Wilson's hands. He has to beat teams at some point. He did not beat the Bills. The Bills beat the Bills. A punt return beat the Bills. 3 interceptions beat the Bills.
Garrett Wilson's unbelievable
Right.
catch. That throw,
That
that
catch has gotta
touchdown,
be the-
Yeah,
that
that was a good play.
touchdown
That
by
might be
Garrett
number one.
Wilson was an unbelievable catch.
I'm not
the
saying-
throw was the worst throw I've ever seen in my life.
This
he
is-
literally
right,
Tre'Davious
right.
White. He threw the ball to
Yeah,
Tre'Davious
yeah,
White,
yeah.
and Garrett Wilson said, "No, wait,
Yeah,
nope,
yeah.
I'm
You're not-
taking
you-
that."
if you-
Like it was
You
that
think
bad
it was
of
the
a
catch
throw.
of the year?
It could be.
You don't think
That-
so?
It was
was a
that
great
bad.
catch,
It was
too.
that bad of
I
a
bet
throw.
you it's in top 5.
It
Yeah.
was that bad of a throw that it could literally be catch of the year
They-
because of how bad of a throw it
Listen
was.
to me. The Jet fan knows that there's no possibility, listen to me, of putting the ball in Zach Wilson's hands and they could win. That's a great team on top of it all. Call Tom Brady up, guys. Call Tom
unbelievable.
Brady.
He's never coming.
That's the problem.
Tom Brady's never called me.
No.
I seen Kaepernick today. That would be going from like
Yeah, no, that
that
won't
would be
happen.
going from like Trump to
I seen
Biden.
We
Matt-
saw this with
Ryan, maybe?
Testaverde. You guys remember the Testaverde? I was at the game with Testaverde.
You were at the game?
They went to the championship. I had both Giant and Jet season tickets at that point in time. I was at the Testaverde game. They came in. We were all pumped up, but Testaverde, in the first game, hurt. He blew his Achilles out. They had to
Yeah.
put in Chad Pennington, and we knew it was not a possibility. It's the same here.
And
This
it was
is
grass,
Chad
and I bet you it was
Pennington.
grass back then,
This
not
is-
turf.
This is Chad Pennington 2.0. In fact, Zach is worse than Chad was. This is a horror scene for the Jets.
Horror scene.
Unrecoverable.
No, it's horrible.
It was the biggest gut punch. I don't care about the
I've
win,
never
guys.
seen
What
anything
makes
like
it
that.
what makes it worse is this is the best Jets defense
yeah.
ever. I'm going to go out and say it. This Jets
I have
defense is the
feelings.
best Jets defense they've ever had, and they have offensive talent. Brees Hall, bro,
Yeah.
Hall is a
Great.
star.
Yeah, he is.
He's a star. Garrett Wilson is a star. They have a good offense. They have like star.
But they don't have a
good
quarterback.
players.
They don't have a
they have
quarterback.
No quarterback.
So-
and no offensive line.
Imagine that.
So
They
will,
don't have a quarterback.
will Rodgers put the headset on though and be on the sideline?
Yeah, but he
I'm
could-
just asking.
he
Do you
could put it on.
Do you think he's
but-
going to be that guy though? You
I don't
he's
think I don't think Rodgers is that guy. I think Rodgers is a selfish person.
So you don't think
Listen,
you even see him?
I don't think it's a problem moving
Probably
on from
not.
Rodgers. I don't think Rodgers is going to do it. I don't think Rodgers is that kind of person.
But it doesn't. You can put Rodgers in your headset, but
Yeah.
he's not going to make Zach Wilson not throw the ball to the middle of the field and throw an interception to Milano like he did yesterday. When this is year 3 now, and you're still making interceptions like that.
Too bad the headset comes off once the play goes live, because if the play went live, at least Rodgers could
Yeah,
say,
right. Don't throw it to the middle. He's standing right there. Don't throw it. He's standing right there.
Stand
What?
on your tippy
Boom,
toes,
right
stand
there.
on your tippy
Yeah,
toes.
Like,
Tippy toes,
and
tippy
Mike's
toes.
right. Mike's right. The whole game, you're watching him running back, and then throwing the ball out, doing ridiculous.
Well, I
stuff
heard
still.
today on the radio he didn't even like those plays he was running. He didn't want to run that play.
Yeah.
He was having a problem with the offensive coordinator. He didn't want to run.
I
those
heard
plays.
that as well
That's
today.
what they said
Zach
on the
Wilson
yeah.
or Rodgers?
No,
No.
Rodgers. Rodgers was having a problem. Who's the offensive coordinator? Hackett, whatever his
Yeah.
name is. He came in. Nathaniel Hackett's his boy, and he said, I don't want to run those quick outs like that. They put the play in, and Rodgers didn't want to run those plays. And that's
Did
why
you not
Rodgers
see
got hurt.
the left tackle trying to block?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He dove at the guy's knees.
with or without
What was that?
With or
Jets
without
being
Rod-
Jets.
That's the play. So what they do on 3-step drops, that new offensive line, he's known for on 3-step drops. It's an automatic cut. But
And
the
then
whole
Rodgers
thing
has to get
is
rid of the ball.
when you have Rodgers and quarterbacks that can move in the pocket, you're not supposed to do a cut because then they can extend the play. So once you cut, you're leaving that guy dead to right, and that's what happened.
That's
yesterday.
literally what happened.
I
But
just
I've
think
never seen that.
With
I've
that,
never
with
seen
or
that.
without Rodgers getting hurt on Monday night, he was going to be running for his life all
Oh
season.
my God! You already saw it.
Rodgers.
Yeah, it was inevitable.
Yeah,
he
but
was
it
going to
just-
get hurt. And at one play or another, he was going to get hurt because it was 4 plays in. He was already on his back.
I
three
couldn't
times.
think of a scenario that would make my 40-0 Giants and the Jets said, hold my beer, hold my drink. I could top that. I could lose my $75 million quarterback in 4 plays.
Yeah.
I'm still going to win the game, but I don't care about that win. That win came with the biggest loss. You are not winning the Super Bowl. That was a loss. You can't recover from that loss. You cannot recover from a Hall of
The
Fame
only
quarterback.
one bright side from that takeaway from that game, obviously the win, but
Divisional win.
it's a divisional win.
Home game.
9/11. The Bills are
That was just the drama.
The Bills are
drama.
supposedly a Super Bowl contending team. You just beat a Super Bowl contending team without a quarterback once again. So that's the only bright side. The defense is going to ball out. We saw it. We see how that defense is. That Jets defense is very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
But you still need a guy to make a play every once in
Zach,
a
you
while.
can't do it.
And I mean, listen, Zach did it last night. He did it. I mean,
He made one play when
he
he
made
made
one
two-
play. Garrett Wilson made the play, but
there was another.
Just throw it
I
up
think
to
he
Garrett
had. I think he
Wilson.
had like one other throw that looked good.
yeah,
Listen.
Lazard, he almost dropped the
But
ball.
I
too.
hate to tell the Jet fans this. I'm sorry, guys. I called it already. The green dust is always there. It's always ready to go. Somebody throws it on you. Have Parcells as coach. It doesn't matter. You get the championship games. It doesn't matter. You're not going to win. I'm sorry, guys. Just do something else. You can't watch. You're unwatchable. I'm sorry, guys. You got a great team, too. It's a shame. You need a quarterback. You need a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. But guess what? You lost him in 4 plays. Bye-bye.
4 plays. I couldn't believe it.
4 plays.
I literally, as I'm watching the rest of the game, I was just
You
like,
can't-
I just thank the Lord for making me a Yankee, right? That isn't that the saying? I'd like to thank the Lord for making me a Yankee because I never had that. I never had that happen to me.
I can't. You can't. Listen,
Like even with Diaz in the World Baseball Classic, like
that's a kind of that's a Met thing for us.
I'm saying,
that's a Met thing for us.
Ant told me the season was over. You told me the season was over. It was over.
It was a Met thing.
It was over.
We know about that stuff.
You know?
We know if you have DeGrom on the roster, we know it's going to break down.
Mets will Met,
right,
Jets
right,
will Jet.
Right, it has no choice.
That's what I feel for them.
It's unreal.
I
feel
don't-
bad for
I don't
one person.
feel-
His
I
name
don't-
is Joe Beningo. That's what I feel bad for.
I don't feel bad for them. They're
Have a heart
stupid.
attack.
If these guys don't realize the Jets are going to jet, I don't know why I'm the guy to tell them all the time. They have it. It's it. They can't do it, guys. Woody Johnson look like a more. What's wrong with that?
I gotta
man?
tell you though.
What was he wearing?
I gotta tell you though. Their fan base showed up.
Yeah, they did.
They showed up. That place was loaded.
Yeah, they
I
didn't play the
didn't-
Cowboys, but
Yeah, but they played another New York
Yeah,
team.
they play the Bills.
played the Bills.
And the Bills show out too.
it was good.
Jet fans showed up.
I think the Jets have a
fans
good
showed
team,
up.
guys.
Lightning, double
Yeah.
rainbows, double rainbows. 9/11, double
Unbelievable.
rainbows.
Unbelievable.
Bro, I mean, listen, if you don't if you're a type of person that doesn't believe that there's something out there after this is all said and done, look at the clip of what happened in New York City yesterday after that rainstorm. Not only was there one rainbow over New York City yesterday,
Double rainbow.
there was two rainbows over New York City yesterday. Two.
Right.
Two for what? The Twin
Right,
Towers.
right.
It's
unbelievable.
You can't write that. You literally can't. I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless.
And then Captain America came running out the flag and he got shot down like he was running into battle. They should never have done that to Captain America. Why'd they make him the Captain America? Maybe imagine the worst thing that could have happened to Aaron Rodgers is he could have got hurt running out with the flag. That would have been better, right? That would have been a better script.
It wouldn't even have been in gameplay. It wouldn't even have been in gameplay.
Listen, guys, I feel bad for Mike from Bayonne, all the guys that come at me all the time. I know it's bad. Listen, we lost 40-0. I'm embarrassed. But you guys said, hold my beer, guys.
They did.
We have nothing
They did.
on us.
And all day
It's all
long,
about
all
Jets.
I did was hear all the Jet fans saying, "Well, guess what, guys? We can't be as worse as the Giant game. It can't
Big
be as worse
shit.
as the Giant
Yeah, you
game."
could.
Man, you guys got the karma. Aaron Rodgers had the karma, man. What is he that bad of a guy for that to happen?
That's
to
what
him?
I've been saying.
I think so.
Like,
I've been
come on,
saying
is
that.
he that bad of a guy
He's
for
a
that to
bad
happen to him?
guy. They ruined an Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. I just have mixed. I just feel like the Jets might rally behind this. I feel like Zach Wilson might get a little taller in the next week or so. Be able to see that he doesn't have to make too many plays. I watched Peyton Manning down with no spine win a Super Bowl. I don't think he threw a Super Bowl.
Charles.
I don't think he threw a touchdown pass.
I'm going to
in that
make the
Super Bowl
same
game.
thing again. They're the Jets. Listen to me.
That's
Zach
something I just
Wilson
don't know.
is not
Yeah.
going to finish the season, neither running for his life. He's
not
a
with that
hurt
offensive
guy.
line.
He's not a good offensive
gotta
line.
make a move?
Zach's going to get hurt. Listen, they better be thinking down. They better be called back Fitzmagic. They better get one of those people back into the fold. Because right now, it ain't going to be Zach Wilson's team. Their Jets are
Brees
looking.
Hall's-
So the
Brees Hall's
Jets,
team.
the whole offseason, they found their quarterback after 50 years. They found him. 50 years they waited. And guess what? He's gone after game one, four plays. Jets
Holy
being
shit.
Jets.
Holy
Sorry about
shit.
that. Mike from Bayonne.
Anything else, guys? You have anything else to talk about here? Because that was we got even on top of that, the Yankees. Dominguez out for all next season. Our only highlight for the Yankees this season. He's done for
I read
next
it.
year.
I read. Position play is 6 months.
The Mets hired a new
David Stearns,
new
player of president of operations.
big time
boy.
job.
Yeah,
Big time
that
job.
was a huge sign. Today was there's a lot of like Met fans. They either wanted Theo Epstein or David Stearns.
Theo's my guy.
we got a big guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And so David Stearns. So we actually had him back. We I think we're one of the few teams that he started with.
Oh, really?
Back in like 08. Yeah, but he wasn't president of operations.
Now
he
there's rumors.
this.
Now there's rumors. Buck stepping down.
Yeah, supposedly the Bucks done
Buck
after
stepping
this season.
down?
That's
Yeah,
the
he's-
rumors.
Yeah,
I didn't
there's-
watch any games, guys. I
yeah,
can't
no,
help
no.
you
We're
out.
just talking about.
But
rumors.
but it's also when you bring in a guy like David Stearns, he's gonna want his own guy.
Well, good.
So that it's I don't think that it's I think it's them saying like Buck step down because we're gonna fire you and we don't want to fire you. So he's gonna be like all right.
And Buck's
stepping
used to
down.
that. He's
Yeah.
used to that stuff.
So it is
Billy
what it
Martin
is.
protege.
Listen, you go.
He's a
you-
3-year run
You go
anyway.
from winning 101 games and you don't even clear 80 wins the next year. And you spent $365 million, whatever it was, $364 million.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's
embarrassing.
Yeah, that's bad.
All right, give me a pregame speech then for the Giants before we wrap this up. What are you telling the crew right before they step onto the field on Sunday at 4:15, right?
4:05.
4:05?
Yeah.
4:05.
I would tell them this way: nobody believes in you. You made the most embarrassing part of a situation. Nobody believes in you. It's you against the world right now. We're always going to be the underdogs. We look like fools on Monday night. Now be men and man up and play your position. Do your job like men should do and win the game. Decisively win the game. Don't just win by 2 points. You got to manhandle the Cardinals to make this team believable. And these guys got to be pumped up. They got to be pumped up. They have to use the loss to motivate that team. They have to.
Yeah.
Has to be done.
The one thing I could say is this season, before going into the season, we had the joint practice with the Detroit Lions, right? They had back-to-back days with the Detroit Lions. Day one, the Detroit Lions came. They punched us in the mouth in practice, literally. Like, they manhandled the Giants. They got embarrassed in practice. The very next day in practice, they came out like a whole nother team. I truly believe Daboll will have this team ready to go against the Cardinals. Like I said, my only concern is Andrew Thomas right now. But I'm not that I'm looking past the Cardinals. I truly believe we're going to dismantle the Cardinals. But you got to get healthy. You got to get Andrew Thomas healthy. You got to, like you said, you can't win by a touchdown. Like you got to put it on them.
Yeah.
You got to put it on them.
Well, we got to do that. I want to see it. I believe we bounce back.
I don't want Danny Jones getting touched. I don't want him getting touched.
Well,
I want that
bounce
offensive
back.
line to wake up. I want them to play with an anger. I want them to be like, all right, we just got embarrassed last week. I want them to not give up a quarterback hit. I don't want to touch.
We got 3 games out of the first 4 in national television. We got the Thursday night. We have a Monday night game after that, too.
Yeah, 49ers.
So we have 3. We have the 49ers coming up on Thursday night. Then we have a Monday night game against Seattle. We're on prime time
So
3 times.
You got to wake up.
They got to step up.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Did you see that video of the bar in? Where was that bar, Andrew? You have a video for me?
Milwaukee.
There was a bar in Milwaukee. Did you see that?
No.
So they said, play the video. So they said that if Rodgers starts the game and the Jets lose, that the bar was picking up everybody's bar tab. All right. Did I send you the video?
This is it, right?
Is there a video?
So
or
the
something?
Jets had to lose.
No. Yeah. The Jets
They
had
won.
to lose. Listen, the Jets
that's
had
good.
to lose. They told him if Rodgers starts the game and the Jets lose, I'm picking up your bar tabs, everybody. So Rodgers gets hurt. The ball goes crazy,
That's
right?
great.
They start cheering. They run up their bar tabs
Oh, that's great.
through the roof.
That's
and then
the
this is a
best.
video of all at the end of the game. Oh, wait, this is when he got hurt.
Oh, that's great.
They were cheering
Yeah, let's
when
go
he got hurt.
Milwaukee.
I'm sure the owners of the bar, and then the other video is them on the way out.
Let's see.
That was the reaction. That was the reaction to them losing. Do you have the one of, play this guy.
We're just going to keep going.
Another condition is Aaron Rodgers must start the game, but the rules say nothing about him having to finish it. So there's a loud roar when Rodgers leaves the game hurt in the first quarter. The fans say it's nothing personal.
I mean, I'm not necessarily
people.
opposed to Rodgers,
Yeah.
but tonight I'm thinking with my wallet instead.
Still, some say they'll be flying
That's
high
great.
regardless of the outcome because after Sunday's game, they're in love.
I think we can work around that, especially after Jordan Love's performance yesterday. I'm not too down in the dumps after that. So
That's great.
His own people were cheering that he got hurt because they were their bar
What
tab.
was the tab?
This was just one person's tab. It looked like this was just one person ran it up to 15,000.
Oh, no.
156,000.
No, what a
Nah.
guy.
Right?
Smart.
All right.
That's
And
a
then-
smart man.
And then
And the Jets got him. The
and
Jets jetted
bar-
him.
That bartender, the owner of that bar
That's
must
great.
have danced his way
Oh,
all the way
I can't
home.
believe it.
Right? I had to show that video.
Oh, that says 12 years ago this morning, the Boston Bruins closed out their bar tab after. We almost got.
No, this is a true story. That was probably just in the thread.
That's
That was probably just in
no.
the thread.
That wasn't at the. That wasn't the
I
tab
remember
at
that,
the
too.
bar.
I remember
Yeah,
that,
all
too.
right.
$15
I thought that
over.
happened the other night.
No,
That
that
was
didn't happen
the
then.
Boston. All right.
No, but I'm
That's all
sure
we
that
got.
bar. I'm sure that bar.
That is
that
great.
bar made some
That
big
is
time money.
beautiful.
All right, man. Let's
hilarious.
wrap this up. All right. Well, once again, thanks everybody for listening to Talk Media. I hope you've been enjoying the pod. Don't forget, like, review, subscribe on all platforms. We want to see you in that comment section. Make sure you're writing some comments. Go Giants. Remember, gamble responsibly. We'll see you
Come on
next
now.
week.
Yeah, baby.
Come on
See
now.
ya.
Peace.
Yeah.